Hello students, myself Hima Sagarika, Assistant Professor from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. Today I am going to introduce a course Data Analytics. Okay, so before learning data analytics, I will tell you what are the prerequisites required to learn this subject. Okay, so the prerequisites required to learn this subject are a simple mathematical operations, probability and statistics, database management system, and the last one is data warehousing and data mining. So these four are the prerequisites required to learn this data analytics, right? So when you have good knowledge on these four prerequisites, you will be understanding this subject very easily and clearly, and even you will enjoy learning this subject. And then coming to the data analytics, so just I will define what is data analytics. In the further classes I will be explaining it clearly one by one what is data analytics. Okay, so just now I will define what is data analytics. So it is a science of analyzing raw data in order to make conclusion about that information. Okay, so this is all about data analytics. And hi students, welcome to session 2 of data analytics, and the topic of this session is understanding various sources of data like sensors, signals, GPS, etc. Okay, so here we will see what are the various sources of data and how sensors are useful to the data and how signals are useful to the data and what is GPS and how it is useful for the data. Okay, so now coming to various sources of data. Here the sources are generated into two types. One is the primary data and the other one is secondary data. Okay, so the sources generated here are primary data and secondary data. Now coming to the primary data, it is divided into three methods. Okay, first one is observation method, second one is survey method, and the third one is experimental method. Okay, so observation method, survey method, and then experimental method. So in the observation method, the data what we received we will analyze there, and in the survey, after doing the analyze we will do the survey for the data, and then coming to the experimental method. So here in this experimental method there is uh, no there are number of experimental designs that are used in carrying out an experiment. Okay, so here market research. So the four experimental methods are CRD, RBD, LSD, and FD. So these are the four experimental methods which are being used frequently by the market research. Okay, now I will be explaining you one by one clearly. Okay, so first one is CRD. CRD is nothing but completely randomized design. So in this completely randomized design, there is only one primary factor under consideration in the experiment. The test subjects are assigned to treatment levels of the primary factor of random. Okay, so I will give you a small example for this completely randomized uh, completely randomized design. So we'll take a fast food franchise in test marketing three new menu items to find out if they are the same popularity. 18 franchise restaurants are randomly chosen for participation in the study. In accordance with the completely randomized design, 6 out of the restaurants are randomly chosen to the test in the market. Okay, the first new menu item, another 6 for the second new menu item, and the remaining 6 for the last menu item. So in this way we will be doing the experiment for completely randomized design. I will be explaining you the example once again. We are taking a fast food franchise center in test marketing, there we are adding 3 new menu items. So to find out if they are same popularity in the remaining 18 franchise restaurants and randomly chosen for the participation in the study. Okay. So in this accordance with a completely randomized design, 6 out of the restaurants are randomly chosen. Okay. We have chosen 6 restaurants randomly to test the market. The first new 6 menu items, another 6 for the second new menu items, and the remaining 6 for the last menu items. In this way, we will be doing the completely randomized design. Okay. Next, coming to RBD. So RBD is nothing but randomized block design. So here the term randomized block design are organized from a agriculture research. Okay, RBD means randomized block design. So this the term randomized block design has organized from where means completely uh, sorry, from agriculture research. Okay, in this design several treatments of variables are applied to different blocks of lands. Okay, they affect the yield of crop. So here the blocks are formed in such manner that each block contains as many plots as a number of treatments. So that one plot from each is selected at random for each treatment. Okay. So here we are identifying the diseased plants and we are treating the plants to cure the disease. Okay. In this production of each plot is measured after the treatment is given. So once we will identify the plant which is diseased, which is diseased, and we will give the treatment, and after the production of each plot is measured after the treatment is given. Okay. So these data are then interpreted and inferences are drawn by using analysis of various techniques. So as to know the effect of various treatments like different dozens of fertilizers, different types of irrigations, etc., we will use randomized blocked design. Okay. So next, coming to the third one, LSD. LSD means Latin square design. So in this name itself, we can see Latin square. So the Latin square is one of the experimental design which has a balanced two-way classification. So here in the LSD, it will have two-way classification scheme. For example, we will arrange the data in 4 by 4 matrix. Okay. In this schema, each letter from A to D occurs only once in each row and also only once in each column. That is called 4 by 4 matrix. Okay. So the balanced arrangement, it may be noted that will not get distributed if any row gets changed with the other. Okay. So balanced arrangement achieved in the Latin square is the main strength for the experimental method. In this design, the comparison among treatments will be free from both differences between rows and columns. Thus, the magnitude of error will be smaller than any other design. Okay. So, this is all about Latin square design. Okay. And next, coming to FD. So, FD is nothing but factorial design. So here this design allows the experiment to test 2 or more variables simultaneously. Okay. Here it will test 2 or more variables simultaneously. It also measures the interaction effects of the variables and analyze the impacts of each of the variable. In a true experiment, randomization is essential so that experiment can interfere, cause and affect without any bias. Okay. So this is all about the experimental methods of CRD, RBD, LSD and FD. So once again, I will be explaining you clearly a great overview. Not okay. I will be giving the overview of all these 4 experimental methods. In the CRD, we have taken a franchise and we have compared the menu items with the other fast food franchises. Okay. And in the RBD, we will do this research on agriculture. Okay, to check what is the whether the crop is good or not. If the crop has any disease, that can be cured by using randomized block design. And the next one is LSD, Latin square design. So here we will do the arrangement with 4 by 4 matrix. And the last one is factorial design. So here we will test two or more variables simultaneously for getting a good result. Okay, so this is all about the experimental method. Okay students, now there is a reflection spot for you. So till now I have discussed about the different types of data sources, right? So the question is, how many data sources are there? Okay, so I'm giving 1 minute of time. Just discuss, think about the question, and then after 1 minute I will be telling you the answer. Okay, so just now I have told you how many types of data sources are there. Yeah, and the answer is, there are two types of data sources. First is primary data source and the second one is secondary data source. As we have discussed about the primary data source, now we will be going to learn about secondary data source. Next, coming to secondary data. Okay. Next one is secondary data. Here in this secondary data, it has two sources. First one is the internal source and the second one is external source. Okay. In the primary data, the data can be collected through questionnaires, depth interviews, focus group interviews, case studies, like that. In the primary data, it will collect the data. Whereas in the secondary data, through internal sources, means these are within the organization. So some of the examples for the internal sources are like accounting resources, sales force report, internal experts, like this. From this we will collect the information from the organization, and the information will be collected within the organization. And the second one is external sources. So external sources are nothing but the data is collected outside the organization. Okay, so some of the examples for external sources are outside the company in large environment, government publications, Registered General of India, Ministry of Commerce and Industries, Planning Commission, National Sample Survey. Okay, so these all are coming under external sources, means outside the organization. So we will be collecting the data from here. Okay, and next just have implemented or used for experimental designs frequently. Okay.